Okay, so this is application 4-4, and you're going to have Microsoft Access to complete this exercise. So make sure you get the Access CD from Mr. Oliver, or you're going to have to use the computer here at JCC or some other computer that has Microsoft Access. Either version 2010 or 2013 is fine. So this is the actual exercise in MindTap. So once you create the exercise in Access, you're going to save it, and then you're going to browse and upload that file here. Okay, so I've got this printed out, so I have the steps, and I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and then I'm going to open up Microsoft Access from my Start menu. And what I want to do here is I want a blank desktop database, and I'm going to name it Customers and create it. Okay, and here's my table 1. Right here is the view button. So if I go to design view, I'm going to have to name my table Customers and click OK. And once I'm in design view, now I'm going to make this the ID number. So if you look at number 2 in MindTap, it tells you what fields to create. And notice that this has a key here, which is the primary key. So that's the primary key is what sets everything apart from one another. There can't be 2 number 1s or 2 number 2s or 2 number 3s. So the ID number will be the primary key. The second thing is going to be the filing segment, and you can make it short text, long text. You can see down here at the bottom that 255 characters is going to be the length of the short text, so I'm just going to leave it at that. The next one is the key unit, short text, unit 2. I'm hitting the tab key to move to each one of these, unit 4 and unit 5. Okay, so once I have all those up there, then I'm going to go back over here and go to my datasheet view, and it's going to ask me to save it, and I'm going to say yes. So then I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to the application 4-2 on page 82 in your textbook, and I'm going to enter the names from 4-2. So the first one is Saint Teresa Lutheran Church, and I'm going to just double click here and make it longer. Okay, and then I'm going to code it. So in this case, this is a kind of like a company name, so to speak, but it is a church. So Saint, it says to put it in all caps, Saint Teresa Lutheran Church. Okay, just hit enter, tab. Okay, the next one is TTW Trucking. So TTW Trucking. This one we're not going to put in all caps. And it says not to enter the names that's in parentheses. So we're just going to put TTW Trucking. So now we're going to put the key unit, which is TTW, and the next one is Trucking, and tab. Okay, now we're at the number 3, and that one is Miss Julia Vanderhay, CRM. So we're going to enter it just like we see it. Okay, then we're going to code it. So we're going to put in all caps, Vanderhay, Julia, CRM, Miss. Okay, tab. So now, once that you enter all these names, just like on page 82, then it wants you to sort it by the key unit. So we'll go to ascending order. You just click on ascending order and see if it changes these numbers right here. Right now you can see that the S, T, and the V, they're in alphabetical order. So let's say that I put one in here for number 12, 3, sending, and you see how under the ID number now it changes what's going to come first. See, and the thing is that this may look different than what you see when you are putting an order in the textbook. So that was one of the questions that you had to answer in number 4. Does the order of the records in the sorted table match the order of the records you sorted manually in 4-2? If not, how does the order differ? Okay, so you may want to think about why is it doing it differently. Okay, and then once you're done, you're just going to save it and find a place for it, and I'm just going to put it on my desktop. I'm just going to name it customers, save, and then you'll just go back to the Mind Tap exercise, and then you're going to just browse. I'm going to close out my Microsoft Access, and I'm going to open up the application 4-4, and I'm going to drag it over here so you can see it. So I've completed the assignment now. So now I'm going to browse, and I'm going to upload my customer database right here. And you see it's an Access database, and submit it. And okay, so it wants us to save it in another format. Okay, so let me close this out and open up my customers, and let's see if it will let me save it as .doc. So then I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to submit for grading, and it says it's been submitted. And that's how you submit and complete the exercise 4-4 in Access.